Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another Freedom Fridays. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so this week, let me tell you what's happening this week, and then we'll get into the rest of the stuff. I have a win to celebrate, and I wanted to celebrate it a little more than just saying I'm celebrating this. And let me tell you, I wasn't sure how I was going to celebrate. Like, I couldn't everything that I was thinking of. Here's a perfect example. I told my friend, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go work at this coffee shop that I think is really cool and I want to try. I've been wanting to try." And she's like, "Girl, that's not a celebration. You going to work." And it didn't even dawn on me. And I know this. I know this. So it just brings back to mind how easy it is to get back in this place where we forget how to celebrate our wins without like doing something extravagant. Yes, I could go take a trip, but it's not that kind of win. Like there's levels to this, and I clearly wasn't doing this very well. So I want to talk about that today, and I want to talk about a practical way to fix this problem. Um, and yeah, let's do that. So let me go ahead and put on our welcome intro. Now forgive me. I just realized I forgot to set it up. I got all distracted with the some other stuff that I was working on today. And let me tell you, it's been such a productive week. That's part of the reason why I'm celebrating, right? Um and yet always more to be done, but this is the practice that's going to help us be present in the fact that we accomplish something. So I'm trying to keep myself talking while I fix it really quick. Cause I just set this up like a couple minutes ago. Relearning to celebrate. Yeah, let's just do that. Relearning to celebrate. And we'll update that, and then we'll get ready. So if you're here, if you're new, take a second to say hello in the chat. Take a second to um grab your drink, get comfortable. This is our Freedom Fridays happy hour. I am Rashidat, your lifestyle coach, your dream strategist. And my whole goal is to help you make a lifestyle shift so that you can fully enjoy life, not just when at work. And I love to bring it down to these practical steps. Um, I saw this amazing reel the other day. This is not a shift that happens overnight. It took you 30, 40, maybe more than that years to get to this place where you've been practicing burning yourself out. But the things that I teach here, and we go way deeper inside of my program or inside of my course, actually. Um, Jaya with Rashidat. And so we make it super practical so that you don't have to spend the next 30, 40 years doing that, but you're going to see results in the next gosh, honestly, you'll see results in the first 4 weeks, but it's really going to compound and you're really going to see magic happening in the first 12 weeks. So if you're interested in that, take a second. The link is in the description. Check out Jaya with Rashidat. But this is just a step towards that. So let me go ahead and get the welcome intro started, and then we'll get all ourselves all set up and ready. Not that, not that. Here we go. I'm gonna get my drink. I always forget this. Like, wait, where did I put my drink? Okay. I was good. I was sipping on it earlier. what? It's live. This is real. If you think the things that I share in my business, things that I share on this podcast and in my course are about how real women, real ambitious women, still fully without trying to perform. So I'm not trying to perform for you. Listen, I'm not perfect, boo. Some days I got it on point, and other days I'm just a couple steps behind. And today is one of those days. So if you've been looking for a space where you can be yourself, then hey, you're welcome here. Hey, Marissa. Hey, Megan. Happy Friday, ladies. You know, I'm always glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you have your drink already? I'm excited for today's topic. I'm excited for our wins. Oh, I got so much stuff to share with you. My face is going to be hurting by the end of this. So I hope you've had a good week too. And I'm excited for us to bring some celebration up to light today. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. So as always, we start by celebrating our wins from the week. And this is why I actually wanted to make a full like conversation out of this. It is so easy for us as professional and entrepreneur women to like just move on to the next thing. Oh, I accomplished something great. It's like we roll our eyes at it like it didn't deserve to be celebrated. And then that sets us up for this space to really be burnt out because we're not seeing our progress. That means every time that we roll our eyes when we actually accomplish something, we're telling our body, like, oh, that wasn't worth celebrating. Like, that was not a big deal, as if we didn't just work our behind off to do it. And that's full of crap. You deserve to celebrate all your wins, big and small. All of those wins snowball into something beautiful and amazing. Big wins don't happen from just like all of a sudden going, like they don't just pop out of the sky. There are small wins that snowball into big wins. And so I love for us to remember and make it a intentional practice to celebrate our wins. And I harp on this every single week. But now today we're going to take the whole time to harp on it. But no, I'm not going to just harp on it. I want to make it practical because I did a faux pas this week. I wasn't super practical with it. Hello, as Shaw Dreams Awake. Welcome. Hey from Texas. We're so glad you got to make it today. Yay. I love when we have someone new from all around the country. That's amazing. So glad you're here. So we're starting by celebrating your wins. Take a second to think of what are three things that you want to celebrate from this week. And then go ahead and drop it in the chat. I would love to hear so we can all celebrate with you. And while you're doing that, I'm going to share my three wins to get your celebration brain going. Cuz some weeks we have big wins and other weeks we got little wins, but all of them are welcome here. This is the space where you could be celebrated for just taking a nap, okay? If that's what you want to celebrate today, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Okay. So, the first win that I'm celebrating. Listen, I listened to Marissa and I've been cutting back on my sugar and it's been good. So I didn't realize I had started like snacking a little more from my last job. And I'm not a really big sweets person, but McDonald's has these apple pies and I like to get an apple pie cuz it's a nice little portion size. And don't think I'm weird. Don't think I'm weird, okay? Like I'm prefacing this. I like to put a little salt on it, even though it's sweet, because it pulls out the apple flavor even more. If you didn't know that, anytime you make desserts, you really should not just put sugar. You should also put a little bit of salt because it just pulls out the flavor of whether it's sweet potatoes or apples or cherries. It look, salt does it. And you don't like overbearingly put it, but a little bit. So I get me a little apple pie, put a little salt on the top, and it's warm, and I take a bite and I'm like, yes. And then I realized I was doing it too often and my knees were swelling And Marissa last week was talking about how when she cut out sugar, it helps with her inflammation. And I was like, oh, that's what it is. I need to work on that. And so I've been cut now. I had to cut out the apple pies. I can't have them like every other day. Which I know I can't have them every other day. Sometimes you just get into this like, "Ooh, that would be nice." And then you do it, right? Am I the only one? Maybe I am. Sometimes I take my little indulgence a little too far. So this week is my first one is celebrating that I was cutting back on the sugar and I ain't died yet. I also too, I remember I used to make this lemon meringue drink, and it's an anti-inflammatory smoothie. So you use a non-dairy milk, lemon zest, and ginger and turmeric, and you make that into a smoothie and you drink that, and that helps your your inflammation as well. So I need to get into back into the practice of doing that. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm going to do that too. So yes, that is my first win. Marissa says, so glad to hear you are cutting back or you are feeling better. Yes, girl. Thank you for that, Marissa. Listen, I told y'all I be listening when y'all talk. I receive it. I receive it. So that's my first win. My second win this week, let me see. Okay. That's not a win. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to hold that for a little later. We're going to come back to that. My second win this week is I have a beautiful plant. Her name is Matilda. She is a peace lily. And I'm celebrating that Matilda has outgrown her pot. And that makes me excited, like, because that means she's growing. And I just love to pay attention to the growth that she's doing alongside me, because it reminds me that even when I don't see things happening down in the dirt, that I am growing too. And I'll just look up and she's sprouted all these new leaves. But the one thing that I've been noticing lately, how I know she needs to be replanted, is that she would get a new leaf and then automatically one would die. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And I realized that she's not getting enough room for her roots to grow in the dirt, so they're growing through the holes in the bottom of the pot. And I was like, oh, that's not good. That means she's been stifled. She's not having enough room to grow. And I feel like that's how last year was, because she was growing, growing. And now it's time to get her a new pot. So I need to work on. Last time I repotted her, I didn't repot her myself. I can keep a plant alive. I'm not so keen on repotting them. So there's a place in Charlotte that I can take her to the store and I could pay $3.75 and they will repot her for me. I need to find a place like that in Atlanta because that store is not here in Atlanta. So yeah, I need somebody to repot my plant so I don't kill it. Because I don't want to kill Matilda. She's doing so good. I mean, I know that's is that a weird win? It's a win. It doesn't matter whether it's weird or not. Like that's the point, that you could whatever you're celebrating this week, we're here to celebrate it with you. So celebrate your wins, okay? Let me see. Okay. Asha said, wins. Number one, connecting with my spiritual teams more constantly. Come on, girl. I know that's right. Say, listen, I'm listening. Spirit and all the things that's happening, I am listening. I'm ready to receive. Ooh, I love that. Yes. Come on, Asha. I love it. And then number two, got in the hammock time at the community garden. Oh, I'm jealous. It's actually been like 70 here, but different than like Charlotte. I don't know where the hammocks are. It's not like, it's funny. I didn't realize I guess I had started to get used to Charlotte, but there were lots of things that I missed about Charlotte that I prefer about Atlanta. So I gotta go find myself a place to get in a hammock. You just reminded me. I'm into that. Yes and amen The hammock in the community garden. I love it. Listen, send me a picture on Instagram. I would love to see. Or tag me. If you put it in your stories, tag me. I'm into it. Yes. And then number 3, I shifted around my home decor to receive a new high frequency energies. Yes, I'm into that too. So into that. Make space. And I love like when this, I used to do this all the time. Me and my best friend, when we were roommates, it was like one of our favorite things. We would just get the urge to move the furniture around, and it was like a refreshment without like buying anything. It was like just like making new space and new ways for the energy to flow in the room. So I get that. I connect with that on a deep, deep, deep level, Ashal. Like I love it. I love it so much. Oh, all of those are great wins. I'm so into it. Yes, and amen for sharing that. Come on. My nose is itching right now. Ooh. Okay. Yes, I love that. Absolutely great wins. Yes, Marissa said ditto. Great wins, Asha. That sounds so serene. It does. It sounds absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. Oh, so good. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Okay. Keep sharing your wins in the chat, y'all. Okay. So, my third win for this week. Now, like I said, I had a win this week, and I'm very excited to share this week, this win. Gosh, my nose is really itching. It feels like I need to sneeze. You know how when it feels like your nose hairs are tickling? Oh Lord. Yeah. Okay. So my third win for this week is, remember last week when I said, okay, yesterday I did that interview and she was like, okay, we'll send a offer in the next week and a half. And I was like, is she saying that generally or is she saying that directly to me? And I just appreciate every single one of you help like me manifest this, because on Tuesday morning, I did an amazing podcast interview. That podcast doesn't come out until April, but I was like on a high. I was like, that was a good podcast interview. I wish I would have recorded it on the side because I was like banging. And then I got a call and I was like, I don't know this number, but let me answer it. Colorado, I feel like I should answer it. And so I answered it, and it was the lady. She called and offered me the position. I got super excited. I said, can I confirm tomorrow? That's always how I answer. I never say yes on the spot. I got off, I screamed, I did a dance. I had a conversation with ChatGPT about how I could request an increase. And I realized that she was traveling the next day. And so I was like, well, let me try to I'll respond back immediate. I'll respond back faster than tomorrow. And I called her back. She wasn't able to answer. I left her a message. And she called me back and she said, oh yeah, that's approved. And so they honored the negotiation, the counter offer that I requested. So yes, I start work on Monday. That kind of surprised her. She was I because listen, I had already put my notice in at the last place. I was done. I was done. So yes, I got the job, you guys. I got the job. That's why I made the thumbnail look so celebratory, because I also think we need more videos where people are celebrating our wins. And since we do them every single week, here's one of them where we're really getting into it. Now, yes, Marissa, thank you. Marissa said, congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know. Can you hear me smiling? Like anybody that listens to the podcast version will hear me smiling when I finally get it posted. But yeah, so I'm so excited. Now here's the funny part. And this is why the topic is what it is today. I called one of my good friends and I was like, "Oh my gosh, guess what happened?" I told her and she's like, "Yes." And she's one of those people that believes in celebrating too, even though she's terrible at it. But we believe, you know how you believe in doing something And yet when it comes to like practically like actually doing the thing, you like, wait, but how how am I gonna do that? How am I gonna celebrate this? So I'm not gonna lie. I said to her, Don't pluck me in the head, okay? Please don't pluck me. Don't roll your eyes at me. Give me forgiveness, okay?" Because this is terrible. I said, "Oh, you know how I'm gonna celebrate? There's this coffee shop that I have been wanting to go to. I'm gonna go work there." And she said, "What?" You gonna go work there to celebrate? I said, Oh. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm celebrating, but I'm also killing two birds with one stone. I'm gonna get some work done. And she was like, no, we're gonna figure out another way for you to celebrate. And I was like, oh, you right. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I wanted to make this super tangible. We're actually going to make a list. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get a little deeper in it. But that's where this topic is coming from and like lived experience. So yes. Yay, Megan said congrats on the new job. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate it. Asha said congrats. Thank you, Ashay. Oh, wait. What type of work? I'm curious. Okay, yes. So I have taken a position as a operations assistant at a luxury furniture store called Our House. Arhaus. They are very expensive. And I'm doing it in a studio store, not like a regular store. A studio store, and the reason that's important for me is because a regular store, I don't know what they I guess it's a tier 1 versus a studio store. Let me use that terminology. A tier 1 store is more competitive. Like you're rather than getting a commission, a tier 1 gets a commission on like every furniture piece that you sell, whereas a studio store, as long as you make your goals and exceed your goals, everybody in the store gets bonuses based on how well you meet and exceed those goals as a store. So it's more of a collaborative environment. I'm not a competitive person. If you haven't, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but I am not competitive. I do not like competitive situations. I will kick your behind in spades, but I'm not going to talk crap while I do it. I'm not a crap talker. Um I'm the silent bombshell. Like I'm just not I'm not into being competitive. And it's so funny because my best friend in Charlotte, man, her and her whole family are competitive. When they play a game, they're like, "Rah-rah-rah-rah-rah." My family is very competitive. Rah-rah-rah-rah. I mean, they are throwing verbal darts the whole time. And I just sit and like duck the darts. I'm just I'm not competitive at all. So that was part of the reason why I was very excited, which I should say is another part of the win. So when I applied for this position, the position was actually in Asheville, North Carolina. And I was very ready to move myself to Asheville, North Carolina because I really wanted. Listen, I've been in some jobs that I didn't want, and I was like, "Oh, I think I could do Asheville. I think it would work." So I was like, I was willing to move to Asheville for it. When I got on the interview, um, the woman I was interviewing with said, "Oh, you're in Asheville?" I said, "No, I would be coming to Asheville." And she said, "Oh, so you would be moving because you want to move, or are you moving just for the job?" And I was like, "Oh, I'd just be moving for the job." And she's like, "Oh, well, there's positions in it. We have a store in Atlanta," is what she said. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't see any positions available, but if it's available, like I would love for it to happen." And we finished the whole interview, and then when I sent my like thank you note afterwards, I was like, I had to send my thank you note to the recruiter, not to the person I interviewed. And I said, "Hey, she mentioned this. If that's an option, I would be my preference." And so when she called on Tuesday, that was the other thing that made me excited. I didn't even have to push for it to be in Atlanta. She said, "Hey, we want to offer you the position at this rate here in Atlanta." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're giving me what I want before I even have to ask for it." So, yes, that was another thing that made me super excited too. So, Ashay, I hope that answered the question. Furniture store. I gave you some more backstory about the interview process and the other reason why it was such a win. Let me tell you, on Tuesday, it was such a high. I just felt, remember we talked about this year being the year of the horse and gaining momentum. And I've been having so many things that have spiritually been already brewing in me that are like, yes, momentum, momentum. It's like, oh, it's not like this, but I can feel that. I can feel it inclining. And I'm like, oh, like I can't even, I'm geeked. I can't lie. Like I can't lie. And so every bit of my wins this week, I honestly, one of the things that I think I'm gonna do, let me grab it. Um, I have a box. And I think what I'm going to do is start writing my wins down on a post-it note and throwing them in this box. If I don't do it in this box, I might get a clear jar. I think I want a clear jar. I want to find a nice big clear jar, and I want to start dropping my wins into that jar every time that I have one so that I can see how many wins I have and how much they're building up. So I'm jumping ahead, but this is one of the practical things that we can do to remind us just how much progress we're making, just how much momentum we're gaining. Um, it's so encouraging. It's a high to ride when you actually take the time to pause and notice that it's happening. And I want to notice that every single win that is happening, I don't want to miss it because I'm like, Jesus, when you do it, I want to thank you that you did it. This is one of the ways I want to thank you. I want to write it down. I want to write down the date. I want to write down the occasion was, and I want to put it in a jar, and I want to see that jar fill. And it's actually when you do, remember I've been talking about get rich lucky bitch, okay? She talks about how if you don't like show gratitude to the universe, to God about, the things that it's when you manifest the things that you've asked for, it'll be like, oh, maybe she don't care, she don't really want this. That's how she says it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm not willing to chance it. And it's good for me. It's good for me too. So listen, can you tell I'm geeks? Ooh, yes. Okay, so let me see. Megan's had a high fives in the celebration. Come on, I'm with it. Ashay said, Rashidat, yes, love it. Love, come on. I'm into it. Marissa, that's so wonderful. It's aligned in so many ways, girl. I mean, even down to, I was like, wait a minute. Now that I have a job with a salary, I can go back and do NACA. NACA is a program that will help you buy your house without a down payment. Now, it's a lot of work, but here's the really cool thing. NACA will also do that for a park model. And guess what is technically a park model? My tiny house. Ah! This is putting me on track, so clearly on track to get my tiny house too, y'all. Huh, talk about momentum. That gets me geeked. Okay, my eyes are getting all salty. Okay. Marissa said, this is definitely worth celebrating the entire time. Come on. Come on. Right? I'm like, I'm going to go in this jar, going to be like, and this is the same thing they used to say when I worked at McDonald's. You're too happy to be here. No. If you thought I was happy to be there, wait till I get up in this job. Come on. twice as much pay than what I was making at McDonald's. And that was because I hadn't officially finished all my training and everything to be a manager. But still, like twice as much pay, way less work. The hours are only 9:30 to 6:30. I was working, I had to be to work at 4 a.m. at McDonald's. Like, I don't care if you're a manager at all or not. Like those are harsh hours. Like so many beautiful things that I'm already like, ah! And we get 3 weeks of vacation for off the bat. So remember, I set my year up on 3 trimesters instead of 4 quarters. And so my rest months are April, August, and I think December. I didn't already start planning my trips for those months and started figuring out what my rest month is going to look like from my business and how am I still going to support clients while I'm taking my rest month. It just puts me in so much alignment. Like when I say I'm excited, and I'm excited to be sharing how I'm making the shift here on the podcast and this YouTube, this live stream, but we're also going to go deeper. Like I'm going to be creating worksheets and walking other people through how to do all of this in detail because there's only so much I can give you in a 2-hour span on a Friday. But yeah, I'm gonna go even deeper into it inside of Jaye. So I love when I get to do something like this and pass it on. Pass it on. Because everything that I teach in my program is are experiences that I lived. Things that the Lord has like shown me how to do. And he's like, pass it on as a blessing. And I'm like, yes and amen. So okay, I'm getting off track again. Megan said, that's a great idea. I've heard of people doing that, and then they read it at the end of the year. Right. I've never heard it. I'm excited. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it, but I'm into it. I think we should all be doing it. I really do. I want to make this like a lifestyle thing. I want to do this forever. Forever. You know what I mean? And even if I don't know. Maybe I look at them every quarter. I don't know, but I know I want to do it. I'm gonna figure it out as I go, and it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Okay. As Shay said, ooh, we got a prayer box. Yes, we do. Finna get a wind jar. Come on. A prayer box and a wind jar. Listen. And go back in that prayer box and be like, listen, the Lord showed up for this. He showed up for that, for this, for that, for this, for that. Come on. Come on. Oh, I just love watching him do what he does. Oh my gosh. It's honestly so beautiful. And I'm like, okay, I know you do amazing things. I'm gonna keep my side. I'm gonna stay on my passenger side. You driving. I'm gonna stay on my passenger side and just do what I'm supposed to do. Okay. It's hard for me, but I'm trying. I'm learning, practicing. Okay. Marissa said, come on, tiny house. Yes, girl. Yes. You know my excitement. And Shay said, we align fam. Here, tiny house living too. Yes. See? Listen, we all gonna be up in knocking like, hey, I'm ready for that park model, boo. Listen, because I already know my builder. I also been thinking about that too because I love my builder, but my builder is on the West Coast in Oregon. Just shipping it from Oregon to here alone will cost $16,000. So what I've been thinking about doing is I know that they have a service where you can work with them to do the design and the floor plan and all of that stuff with them. And then maybe I'll work with there's a couple tiny house companies here in Georgia and North Carolina that I can work with them to actually build the tiny house, and it might actually be cheaper. At least I won't have to pay that $16,000. Now, I don't I want this tiny house is going to be my forever home. So I'm not trying to cheap out. I'll tell you that. I'm not trying to cheap out. But it also would be nice to not have that extra 16,000 rolled up into a 30-year loan. Cuz you're paying on that. You're paying interest on that. So I'm starting to think about I have time. I'm not going to I have I also have debt that I need to pay off. Remember, over the last 2 years while I've been trying to, like, get my business going, I've gone into debt to do some to try to do some things, put some rest out there, and so I'm excited that now it's about to pay off, but I wanna work on those things before I jump into that. So, yeah, this year is going to be a year of a lot of movement. Um, it's gonna be a lot to keep up with. So the best way to keep up with it, all of this is stuff that I teach inside of Jaya with Rashidat. I'm just doing it all over again. So the best way is to get inside of there and do that. And enrollment for that is open right now. If you're not on my email list, I've been sending emails out. But if you're not on my email list, I've also been talking about that on all my social platforms. So TikTok is the best one, or just go directly to my website. I am rashidato.com/Jaye, Jaiye. So yes, I'm excited. Okay, let me come back. Let me see. Um, Michelle said, "Good afternoon. Listening while I drive, hands free, of course. Come on, girl. I understand." Hey, Michelle. So glad you made it today. I'm always glad to see you. Yes. Um, as Shay said, good. Save that transport cost. Yeah, $16,000 is nothing to sniff at, especially when you put it on a 30-year mortgage. It's going to grow in interest. And, a mortgage is the lesser of two evils. It allows us to be able to make a purchase like that. So I'm not so if it comes down to it and that's the best way that it ends up working out, it will totally be worth it. And I also believe there is always a creative solution if I open my mind and heart up to start looking for it. I'm a problem solver, which is another great aspect that I bring to my coaching when someone chooses to work with me on one because you come with, oh, this feels like it's the only option. And then I start, well, what is this? And what about that? And what about this? And so it's all the other things that I love to bring to being able to help you, to serve you as we do amazing things. I was talking to my friend the other day and going back to the money archetypes, first of all, if you haven't taken her test, you still please do until I get my own created. Denise dt.com/quiz. You can find out your money archetype. It is such a good way to understand which ways you sabotage your rest. And now it's funny because you think, well, how can you say that? Her quiz is about money archetypes. How does that affect your rest? Because how you rest is the other side of the coin from how you think about money. If you worry about money all the time, I guarantee you it's one of the things holding you back from resting. And that's why I think it's so important to bring into this dynamic and why I've been talking about it regularly. And I'm excited to go deeper and bring even more resources into that and into Jaye for that. So if you join Jaye now, as I continue to upgrade it and bring more things into it, you get all of those things for free. This is the best price it's ever going to be. From here, it's just going to get more expensive because I'm putting more resources. I'm refining and giving you the details of the resources. But all of that to say, you could go to denisedt.com/quiz and learn your money archetype right now. But the reason I brought that up is because, like, an accumulator is someone who is not very risk averse. And so there's someone who is like penny pinching. And so when they think about rest, their mind says, I can't rest until I have $10,000 in the bank. Wow. Like maybe they're moving really quickly at that and maybe they're not. Or maybe they get to that 10,000 and they still don't allow themselves to rest because now they come up with, oh, now I need this amount in the bank. And so all of these, the ways that we think about money automatically affect how we think about rest as well. They affect each other. And so I'm very excited to bring that into the program. But I was bringing that up because as a maverick, I'm not risk averse. I'm willing to jump off a bridge. And then I know that other people are very scared about it. So I love helping other people jump off a bridge. Now, I'm not saying I'm not a person that jumps off the bridge just for the sake of jumping off the bridge. It's not about an energy rush or anything like that. But I know that to get to the next level, we talked about 10x and 2x. That was maybe 2, 3 weeks ago from the gap in the gain. Or no, that was from the book is 10x is easier than 2x. If you want to get to your next level, that means that we have to let go of everything that feels comfortable and open ourselves up to more. And you don't get to more without letting go of what you're holding on to right now. And so much of JIA is about helping us make that jump. And I'm a pro at it. So I love helping other people do that too. So everything that's happening, I think let me bring that all back around to say the momentum that's happening this year is going to be a lot of that. Is going to be a lot of making letting go of 2x situations to step into 10x situations. And that is like getting on a roller coaster because remember how it's one of my favorite analogies. Getting on a roller coaster is terrifying and yet exciting and thrilling. And you can get on this roller coaster with a couple different postures. You can white knuckle it or you can throw your hands up in the air and say, and just allow yourself and to enjoy it. And I am all about helping us let go of white knuckling it and throw our hands up and say we. And here's the thing, if you're like, it's okay. It sounds crazy, but eventually you're going to get to the point where you're like, you can leave your hands up a little longer and then you'll hold on. And then you'll leave them up a little longer and then you'll hold on. And before you know it, you'll be saying we in a way that you never even knew that you could say we, to be excited, to enjoy the thrill of it. So, okay, that was a lot of information. I hope that makes sense. Let me see. Marissa said, I like that idea. It saves money, less stress while home is in transit. Why? Right. Because that's the other thing. If they're bringing my tiny house across the country, trust and believe I am going all the way to Oregon and I'm driving behind my tiny house the whole way back to North Carolina or to Georgia. Okay. More environmentally friendly and builds community where you are. Exactly. Exactly. And it's really cool because there is a nonprofit here in Atlanta. I believe it's called Micro Micro Life, something like that. But there's actually companies that and nonprofits that have already been taking the reins and having conversations with legislation about making tiny houses legal here. And so I believe tiny houses on foundation are already legal, but I think they've also been doing a lot of work for tiny houses on wheels for tows, THOW, tows. Which is amazing because I want to tow. I don't want mine on foundation because I know at some point I want to move, excuse me, to Aruba and I want to be able to put my tiny house that's on wheels. I want a truck to send it to a port and from that port put it on a boat and send it to Aruba, and I won't have to find a house. Like that move makes sense for me. I won't have to pack out. Do you know how many times I have packed and unpacked? How many times I have moved across the country? Let me tell you. I've driven across the country 8 times, back and forth, a full 8 times, okay? Um and I moved across the country twice. The next time I move, I want it all to be in my house so that when I get there, I don't have to unpack boxes. I just have to tie stuff down. You know what I mean? It's a different kind of moving and I'm excited about it. So I'm getting deep into my exotic dreams. So yeah, so I love that Atlanta already has been having conversations about making tiny houses a thing. Because that means it's going to be easier for me to get planted in my tiny house here than some of the other locations. Charlotte is not going to be as easy. So yeah. Oh, so that was my win. That was my win from this week. If you have any more wins, please share them in the chat. I would love to celebrate you. You deserve to be celebrated. Thank you for celebrating my wins with me. Asha, thank you for for sharing your wins from I say it different each time. I said Ashay and then I said Asha. Ashay. I'm not sure which way you want me to say it. You could put the pronunciation in the chat if you want to. But thank you for sharing your wins. I love celebrating your wins with you. Thank you so much. Okay. So since the topic this week is about celebrating our wins, here's what I was realizing. I started having a conversation with ChatGPT because I was like, listen, I just need to think this through. I need to process this a little bit more. And that's one of the things that I love to do inside of my program too. I'm going to be giving prompts for you to have deeper conversations cuz and I keep saying program, but it's a course. And so there's a course and then there's a monthly call. And if you want additional coaching from me, there are VIP upgrades to do that. But if you're like, I just want the course, then you can take the prompt and have the conversation with ChatGPT and go a little deeper. I literally have a chat GPT thread that's called Rashidat's therapist. And when I started it, I said, okay, chat GPT, I want you to act like a world renowned therapist who is black, a black woman specifically. And I want you to help me to process different things as we have our conversation. I strongly, highly suggest you do it. And here's the other thing, whenever you're doing your prompts, remind yourself to ask it to critique you just as much as you ask it to celebrate you. Just just a tip on the side there. So yeah, I love having that conversation with ChatGPT around the wins. And so I did that today and I want to share some of it with you, but I also want to share like some of the thoughts that it brought up in me as well. Michelle said, listen, win, paid off another medical bill. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. Listen, are you feeling even more? Feeling it? Feeling it in your shoulders? Like your shoulders are even lighter? Less stress up there, less weight, less tension. Come on, girl. That's a huge win. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, come on, Michelle. Woo! Where's my little clappies at? The thing is, it's so long. I'm gonna have to download a new one because my little sound effect is it playing? No. I wish play it. I love it. I gotta remember every week when we're wrapping up the Listen, wait, there was another one. I don't want to miss that one. Let me get it. Listen, Marissa said, my wins still sugar free. Come on, boo. That in itself, you know what? I don't know. Maybe it's just the timing, but I got an email from a company that I want to do meal prep boxes with. Um, and they sent out, which this is my favorite email anytime they do it. They have sugar-free cookies. And let me tell you, these cookies look absolutely decadent. And I remembered them because of you. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I need to at least get the cookies. Even if I don't get the whole plan, I need to get these cookies so I can be sugar free like you, Marissa. I love it so, so much. Okay, let me see. I want to show it to you because that picture, oh, you know what? Let me open it's in my email. Let me see if I can open it so I can show you because these cookies look absolutely amazing. Where is it at? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Is it gonna let me? Let me see. Let me click the link because y'all, oh, these cookies look so good, so good. It says, "Get your cookies." Yes, give me my cookies. Let me share. And they're protein cookies too. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Um, let me see. Okay, let me see. Share, share. Is it gonna show you? I think it is. Okay, so there's this company. They have a lot of good things that I would love, but look at these. Look at these daggone cookies. Grass-fed butter made with 12 to 16 grams of protein, no bloat, no spike, no crash. Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh, these cookies look absolutely amazing. And say they don't spike your glucose. The first ingredient in other cookies, sugar. The first ingredient in ours, protein. It literally made me think of you, Marissa. I was like, "Oh, I think I need some of these cookies. Look at these, y'all." I'm like, "I just need to buy a tin of cookies." Oh, maybe that's what I need to add for my celebration. Okay, I'm getting off track, but honestly, I love it. Such a good one, Marissa. Let me come back. I get so off track. That's okay. That's why y'all love me. Okay, let me see. Um, Let me see. So, yes, Marissa, that is an amazing, amazing win. Oh, wait, I lost it. Okay, sugar-free. Okay, the next one. Started collage journaling consistently. Yes. That's a cool one. I feel like I need to add that to my list. Collage journaling. I love that idea. Again, come on with the creative rest. Come on with the creative rest, Marissa. I love it so much. I love it. You really lean into that way, that specific type of rest so well. It makes me excited. I love it so so much. Come on. Listen, Marissa said, "Let me go get a pear so this cookie doesn't tempt me." Listen, I get that. And pears are good. Girl, you know who do you have a Sprout near you, Marissa? Because Sprouts make some like semi-dried pears. They're technically dry, but they're like still soft. Oh, oh, so delicious. So good. So, so good. And I think I told y'all I like to put vegan vegan cream cheese inside of apricots with pistachios on it. Oh, 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 y'all. You get the fiber and the deliciousness and the sweet with it, but it's natural all in the same. Ooh, listen, we always get on the food. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm sorry, not sorry. Again, that's why you love me. Okay. Megan said, "Yes, Marissa, I'm inspired. I'm I'm happy to have inspired you. Yes, I love it. I love it." Asha says, I did it again. Ashay, it looks so good. Looks yummy. And Shay said, "Hey, y'all, finna hop off. Thanks for this space. Always so happy you could join us today. Glad you made it for a little while." Yes, right, Marissa? Marissa said, "These look divine, don't they? They look so flipping good." And I was like, I absolutely have to try this. I have to try it. I think all of y'all done went over to go try. I ain't even mad. Like, they're that good. These cookies look so good, right? I was like, and these are protein cookies. They better stop playing. They better stop playing. I was like, let me see how much they are because if it's this might be one of my things that go on my list. Yes. Oh, wait. And this one says dozen cookies. Yes. Oh my gosh. And it comes in the cutest packaging. Yes. 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 Oh my gosh. Okay, so they have a lemon poppy seed, a cranberry pistachio, a pecan salted caramel, a Japanese whiskey, pumpkin spice dark chocolate M&M, and then sea salt dark chocolate. Listen, come on. I think that's going to have to go on my celebration list. And then, of course, they got the nutrition facts. I ain't even mad. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, yes, I'm happy to have shared that all with you. But hopefully, I hope that Marissa stays sugar free. I'm not trying to get you off track. I'm celebrating with you and letting you know that you've inspired me in the process. Okay, yes. So, here's what I wanted to talk about celebrating wins. Um in that conversation with Chat GPT, which I hope you don't think is crazy. It is actually really such a great resource when you kind of take it out of the box. Like Chat GPT will help you really process some amazing things. So let me see. Did I do it in this one? No. I'm trying to find where did I ask it that question? Because I want to show you. Um, where did I ask it that question? I want to share the conversation that I had with it about it. Maybe it was up here. Um, because I have very specific threads. Um, oh man, I hate when I do that. When I'm like, oh, I want something, and then I can't remember where I put it. Was it here? No. Okay, if I can't, oh, my nose is so stuffy. If I can't find it in the next second, then maybe it looks like I might need to reload. Let's try that. Okay. So in the midst of that, okay, let me see. Meg said, "What's the website?" Here, let me put it in the chat for you. Um, it is masonmethodology.com. I'm gonna put it in the chat. You said, listen, don't show me the cookies and then not give me the link. I ain't even mad. Okay, I put the full link in there, so you should be able to click on that. Okay. Michelle said, thank y'all so much. Marissa, I try to add one image to my collage journal every day. Keeps me practicing my collage work that helps me not to do too much. Ooh, I like that. I love that. And it's a good way to keep it like every day. Ooh, that's a good practice. I love that. Michelle said, Rashidat, what a great prompt. Thank you. I know Denise's book has helped me call in money recently. Girl, y'all know I love that book. I listen to her podcast for my business stuff cuz she talks about her money boot camp, and her podcast is called Chill and Prosper. So it's about um building your business in a way that allows you to actually enjoy your life, which is so on my radar, on my path. And she's been one of the inspirations about my positive anchor for this year and the refinements that I've made for my business, which it's kind of crazy. I was thinking I was going to make a thread about this. Like I pretty much restarted my business. Like I've learned so much. I updated my method, I refined it, like I evolved it, and I created a new business model that feels more aligned with me and how I want to serve my clients. And she's been helping me manifest that and then simplify it in the process. And it's just been so absolutely beautiful. Y'all, even if you haven't got the book from the library, which I totally think you should, like take the quiz, listen to her podcast, even if it's not for business. She still talks about life stuff, which I love because we try to separate work and life. It's two sides of the coin. One affects the other. So you have to look at them on the same piece of paper. You can't put them on two different pieces of paper. And I really talk about that. She talks about it from a lot of a business perspective, and I talk about it from a life perspective. And I bring that into my program. So I'm so glad that that prompt is helpful. Um it's really good ways to just help you continue processing, whether it's about business or work life balance or all the different things. We always need someone that we can continuously talk to, even if you have a support team, a therapist, a coach, a business coach, a doctor. I still say use AI for those conversations in between so that you have things that you can where you have had some time to process and continue moving forward in between your conversations with those professionals. It's not going to be in lieu of those professionals because it can't do what a person does. It can't do what I do. It can't do what Denise does. But it can help you process the information that you've been given to use, like get all the juice out of it. You know what I mean? So AI is great. Like I'm down for it. Okay. Um yes. Marissa said, "Oh, that's so cool, Michelle. I didn't know you were into collaging too. I didn't know either. I love it. I love it so much." Marissa says, "That's such a smart way and a consistent way to do it." I agree. I love that idea so much. Michelle said, "Since last year, I was doing a few collages each month for a while. It just takes a lot of time and I'm in easy mode this winter." Yes. I'm in easy mode, so I had to break it down to do it an easier way. Listen, which reminds me, I forgot to do sticker and I wanted to talk about it today. So I'm glad that you said that because I'm trying to figure out an easy way to do that too. So I'm gonna come back around to that. But yes. Don't let me forget that, y'all. Don't let me forget to talk about sticker before we get off because I didn't get off. I got out of order. Okay. Marissa said, "Did Denise's book trigger y'all at first? I can't get past chapter 1 without getting mad." Wait, what part is in chapter 1 that made you mad? I can't remember what was in chapter 1. And I will say there were some things that I had to process. So Marissa, yes and no. It was enough. I don't know that it made me mad, but it definitely triggered me to like have to process some things. And I think that's another reason why it's good to have like um what is it called? Chat GPT, and like I said, make a therapist thread that you can go back and process. This is triggering me right now. Let's talk about why it's triggering me. And it's going to ask you questions. Well, why do you feel that way? Da, 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 da. Again, it's not going to be as great as working with a therapist, but it's a good leeway. It's a good in between to like help you process that. But hey, I understand. So I did have some conversations with Chat GPT based on things that, yeah, that brought up, it did bring up things for me reading that book. And let me tell you, Marissa, I read that book. I read probably beginning of that book like 4 times. It took me 4 times to process it, just the beginning, before I even got into the rest of the book. So I completely understand being triggered by it, and there's really some great things in that book. So, and if you're not into it, that's okay too. That's okay too. Michelle said, "OMG, yes." Like, why is she screaming at me like that? See? So, Marissa, we all had that experience of like being triggered. I had it, Michelle had it, and yet we rave about it on the other side. There's good things that come out of being triggered by it. And I should also say, I am learning that being triggered is not necessarily a bad thing. It's how we respond to the trigger that makes it good or bad. If I can respond to that trigger and process it and allow myself to um like deal with the emotions and move through it, then it's a good it's a win. It's a win. And so, hey, like no matter what, there's if and if it if I got triggered by it and I didn't get a chance to get through it, it's gonna come back around anyway. So I got another chance to figure it out the next time around. But like I said, processing really does help simplify it and make it easier. I love that, Michelle. OMG. Yes. LOLOL. Meg said, I listened to one of Denise's podcast episodes today. Even though I'm not trying to start a business right now, I think it's still good for my money blocks. Oh, yes. She talks about money blocks. And I love that. I love looking that you're looking at it through that lens, Megan, because you don't have to start a business to learn something amazing through her. I think what's so amazing about how she does it is that her business helps her see her money blocks, and that's what helps drive her content. And so it's just she's just living her life, and she's experiencing her money blocks as she goes, and she's sharing about how she's processing and learning and how she uses the tools that she's gained about moving through her money blocks as she goes. Which is like that's how you know somebody is living something, like when they can tell you, hey, this happened the other day and here's how I moved through it. I love that. I think that's one of my favorite parts about her. She's very down to earth, and yeah, at this point she's rich, and I aspire to be at that point where I can choose to be down to earth, even though I've made a lot of money. I want to make a lot of money. I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, that's the bane of the devil. I don't want to fall in love with money, but I do want to make a lot of money because it gives me options in so many ways, that I'm looking forward to using that for a really good purposes. So, okay, let me get back on track because I'll start going down the stream. Okay. Yeah, Michelle said, "Yes, Meg, yes." Marissa said, "I'm glad that I'm not the only one. I'm going to push past and keep listening since y'all have had so much benefit." Yes. It's worth it. It's worth it to push past it. It does trigger some things. Yeah, you right. It does. It's okay though. We be all right. It's one of those it's one of those things where you have to kind of understand, is this a good thing to push past, or is this a good thing to push past that's going to help me be better on the other side, or is this me pushing past something that's going to help like make it worse? And I would say it's going to make it better on the other side. So yeah. Okay, so since I can't find what I was saying with the conversation that I was having with ChatGPT, it was so good because I wanted you guys to see how I use it. Um when I'm having these kind of conversations, but I can't figure out what thread I was. And I'm like, what was I using? I know I was using ChatGPT. It knows that I told it that I got the job and that she accepted the increase. I must have been in another thread today. Um, was it here? Nope. I hate when I can't find something. Does that drive you crazy too? It drives me so crazy because it should be close to the top. Because I had that conversation with it today. Is this it? Why it works? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So, because I was starting to plan how I wanted to I knew what I wanted to talk about today. And, oh, wait, I give up. Okay. I'm not going to look at it anymore because I thought this was it. And maybe, okay, this is it. Let me share. Because I think it's interesting to see, and I want you to see how good of a resource it can be. And I think it's fun, to be honest. Oh, it's not liking my thing is not liking me sharing my windows right now. Let's try. No, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, that's all right. So I won't share it, but I'll read it out. So I told it instead of I told it that, I want to prep for today's live stream and I want to talk about celebrating wins and I know that what I need to do as I was processing how I was going to do better at this, I need to create a list of activities that are going to allow that I can use for celebrating. Because here's the thing that I realized. When I started looking at my list of activities that I would use to celebrate my wins, they were all self-care activities, which means excuse me, they were activities that I should be doing on a regular basis anyway. I should be getting a facial on a regular basis anyway. I should be, uh doing my nails regularly anyway. Like I should be doing things, getting a massage, working with a body work doctor, getting an extra therapy session. Like those are all things that I should be doing on a regular basis. Now, when I say regular basis, that doesn't mean doing it every day. That means that I could put it on whatever cadence feels right for me. So maybe I'm having a therapy session every quarter, or I'm going to get my nails done every month and it's just a manicure. Whatever it is, the thing is to separate the difference between self-care activities and celebration activities, because self-care activities, when we talk about making rest a reward, that is exactly what it looks like. You make your rest a reward when you say, "Oh, I can only get a manicure when I've pushed through all of the work that I've done. I can only do it as a reward for finishing everything." That is what makes it that's what makes your rest a reward. And I don't that's not what it's supposed to be. I want my self-care to be things that I do on a regular basis. Even if it's an extended cadence, the cadence can be whatever I want it to be, but I want that to be something I do regular. And then I want to have a list of what are activities that I do to celebrate. And so I was thinking about it. I'm in my mind, this is how I'm processing it. I'm thinking of it like a circle. On one level of the circle, maybe the level let's do it outside in. So let's think of a circle and it has two circles inside of it, okay? So the big circle is my self-care circle. That's the circle that I should be doing on a regular basis. That's um maybe that's taking a long bath with a candle. Maybe that's doing a foot massage with whatever doodad I have to do my foot massage. Um maybe it's doing a facial, or maybe it's whatever, doing a skin peel, or any of those things. Whatever those self-care activities are, the things that I should do regularly, that should be on that outside circle, okay? And then in the middle circle, I want to do when I want to celebrate something that is a little bit like I want to put a little bit more into my celebration. I think that's where I don't have a list of this yet. This is the list I need to create. But I want a list of activities that is like it's not extravagant celebration, but it's not self-care. I need something in the middle. Does that make sense, y'all? Like I want to have this place where I can do something like, "Oh, I just got a new job and I'm excited about it and I want to celebrate it. What am I going to do?" Maybe I need to add on that list, order myself a 10 of those cookies. Like, I'm not going to do that every week. That's not something I'm going to do on a regular basis, but that would be the beautiful thing to do to celebrate the fact that something amazing just happened, you know? And because I'm going to be celebrating on a regular basis, there's going to be plenty of different ways to celebrate. And I'm just deciding what level of celebration do I want to assign it to. Do you understand what I mean? So also I guess that circle needs to have actually self-care doesn't need to be on that circle at all. If I'm creating a celebration wheel, that's what I'm going to call it today. The outside of that celebration wheel is me claiming my celebration, and I'm doing things like writing it down and putting it in the jar. Okay. Um, and I'm doing those things on a regular basis because I want to be celebrating on a regular basis too. But for those wins that are a little bit bigger than that, that don't happen as often, like I don't celebrate getting a new job every week. No, I don't celebrate that. I want that list. And then I have like an extravagant celebration, like, you know, something really big. Like I made my first $5,000 in my business, or I made my first sale in my new program or my new course, or like you should have. This is where we should have these levels of celebrations for. And so I want to start writing down activities for that. So that was my preface. That was a long preface. Okay. Um Megan, oh, Marissa said, maybe I'll try the podcast first. Thanks for mentioning that, Meg. I need to get to know this lady first. Hey, that's a good way to do it. I started at the beginning. I personally say start at the beginning. Because you get to hear her evolution from when she was a new entrepreneur, and like her journey as new money, and how she's continued to evolve. Like she's actually I'm getting closer to being caught up, and she's actually thinking about making a book, writing a book about new money and self-made millionaires, and the things that she's learned in the process. But yes, I totally am down for listening. I listen to it on Spotify. And I like her podcast because they're 30-minute episodes. She might have a 1 hour episode, but it's like every 300, like she doesn't have long episodes very often. I listened to a long one last night, but that was very rare. um okay, Marissa said that's an interesting point, that self-care needs to be separated from being a reward slash celebration. Okay, you said it's interesting. Is that like I agree interesting, or I don't know if I agree, or is that I never thought of it that way, interesting, cuz interesting could be taken a lot of ways. So yeah, I don't want at least for me, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to celebrate my self-care from my celebrations. I want it to be its own circle. Actually, that circle is like self-care when I'm feeling when my cup is full, self-care when my cup is like getting when it's starting to deplete, and self-care when my cup is empty. Those 3 levels, there's different levels of self-care for that. Yes. I'm gonna have to create a whole tool around this. Come on. This is why I love being a coach, because I love breaking these things down like that. Because I think it needs to be separated. Those things are to just keep me at baseline. Celebrations are above and beyond that. It's another realm. Marissa said, I agree. It's a good point. Okay, good. I was curious. You never know. And I love if you didn't agree, that's fine too. But yes, okay. So yeah, that's why I think it should be separate. And so these realms, these levels of celebration, um, yeah. And I also think that it's important to have levels of celebration where it doesn't cost you money. I think the bigger the celebration is probably more money that it's going to cost you. Um, and I think that's the other part that I was like, I want to have some more conversation with me processing what that looks like. Because I think on a regular basis, maybe my celebrations, like I said, putting my notes in a jar. Oh, you know what else is a fun celebration? Um, Trader Joe's has the dark chocolate peanut butter cups. They're only $2. I love them. Like, I feel like those could be wait, those have sugar. I need to find something that doesn't have sugar. Marissa, don't get me. Evidently, I see sugar as a celebration. I might need to find something that's not sugar. But you know what else is? I like salty too. That's a celebration too. So, um, so yeah, I want celebrations that I can do. Like if I'm doing my weekly celebrations, I want to have my drawer where I'm writing them down, and then every week I'm doing like we do with our special meal and our wind down. All of that is part of celebrating. Hey, like this is we survived another week. Not just survived it, we thrived another week, and we're celebrating the fruits of our labor for this whole week and taking time to do that as we go through the week. Okay, so Marissa said, I guess I said interesting because I don't know what other celebration I would want, right? Isn't it an interesting question? That's why I wanted to have this conversation because on Tuesday, when I was like, I'm usually either like small celebration or big celebration. Like I'm either like I'm writing it down and I'm putting it in a jar, or I'm going on a month-long trip. That is two ends of the spectrum. And I just started a new job. I'm not going to go on a month-long trip, but just writing it down on a piece of paper, that's a great start. I want to do that and add that to my jar. And I want something just a little bit, I want the next step up. So I want to I want to create these three lists. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on it for myself, and then I'll create a worksheet for it. And this will be definitely one of the lessons. But I think, I mean, as we're processing it right now, so I think like a daily celebration win is like writing it down and putting it in the jar. That next level is like treating myself to a cookie tin, or treating myself to a meal, or I wanted something else. I actually asked it, what are some things that I can do? Because I started to read it. When I asked it, when I asked ChatGPT, did it understand what I was saying? It said, yes, completely. You're talking about the emotional and psychological gap between achievement and acknowledgement. Sorry, y'all, my nose is really stuffy right now. So here's what I hear you describing. This isn't about self care as recovery. I finally took a nap after burning out. It's about celebration as embodiment, honoring the fact that we're already worthy, already growing, already winning right now. That conversation will help us redefine what celebration means, not as a reward for overwork, but as a rhythm of self recognition and joy. A rhythm of self recognition and joy. This is about guiding ourselves to detach celebration from productivity, to feel safe and slowing down enough to receive the joy that we've been working so hard for. Identify celebration rituals that match the season, and that, like I said, whether it's level one, where it's like it's my regular wins. It's like it feels good to celebrate this win, but it's like my level one win. And then my level two, where it's like, this is out of the ordinary. I need to celebrate this a little bit more. And then what feels like a big win, celebrating that even more. And having an idea of what I'm going to do for each of those. So my goal is, now that I've decided I'm going to make it, and I'm going to make a graphic out of it. I don't know if it's going to be a circle. I kind of have some other ideas in my mind, but I'm going to write a list of what activities I want to put on each level. Because the other thing about this is, when you want to celebrate, it takes away some of the momentum of wanting to celebrate when you got to sit and figure out how the heck you're going to celebrate it. And then you can't think of anything, which then takes down the mood and takes down the dopamine and the exciting part of it, right? And then you end up not really doing anything. AKA, that's what I did. I'm not gonna put this on y'all. This is what I did. And so this is how I'm counteracting that, is by being proactive So that, oh, I got a list of different things. Oh, I tried that last time. Let me try this time. That would be awesome. Let's go do that. Like that's what I want. I want to not have decision fatigue about wanting to celebrate my wins. I want it to be easy. I want it to be simple, you know? So that's what I have in mind. What do you think? Um, Marissa said, my favorite celebrations are hikes or doing something creative. I can totally get that. I totally can get that. I feel like for you, it would be, and here's the other thing, like once you make your list and you take something off the list, if you love it, add it back to the list. If you think of something else that would be like, oh, this would be a good thing to do when I want to celebrate, add it to the list. So I feel like you would have an amazing running list of here are activities of hike different trails that you want to try and different what is it called, different workshops from the library or other workshops that you want to try, and you got them on a list and you're like, oh, I'm celebrating this, oh, I could go do one of my things on my list. It just makes it even that much better. Like that's what I'm trying to create. um I think a massage is still a great one. Hey, and this is where it comes into personalization. I personally hate massages. They hurt. I never feel I don't get excited about massages. So it's a self-care thing that my body needs because it takes the tension and all of that out of my muscles, but that ain't a celebration for me. But if it's a celebration for you, put it on the list. You just decide, is that a level 1, a level 2, a level 3? Like, is this a regular win? Is this a mid? Is this a kind of outside of the norm win? Is this a big win? I'll figure out some words to better describe those levels. But yes. So yeah, that's what I'm trying. If a massage is in that mid level, put it in the mid level. Like, I'm not telling anybody where you need to put those things. It's just a matter of choosing for yourself where it feels for those to go. A celebration menu. I love it. I'm gonna write that down. That's such a great name for it, Marissa. I love it. Can I use that name? I love that name so much. So stinking cute. A celebration menu. Oh, such a good one. Cause it's like, ooh. Oh, I even like the feel of that because it makes you feel like you're going into like this uh fine dining or restaurant, and it's fine dining or fine menu, fine, I'm gonna say fine dining menu of celebration, and you get to look at the menu and say, oh, I'm at this level, this is the kind of vibe that, oh, look at, oh, this one on this list, yes, I need to try that. Yes, yes, that's what I want. So I really love that. A celebration menu. So good. So yeah, I am still trying to figure out what I want on the list. I don't have that clarified yet. But I wanted to invite you guys, if you have any ideas, like what are your everyday ways of celebrating? Which, let me get out my other piece of paper. I got a whole I love to write my little pieces, my little notes down. And actually, because I got so many notebooks, let me find my other notebook. I'm gonna put it in this notebook. I can't wait till I get my little corner set up here. I'm gonna move this plant to that side. I'm gonna put Matilda on this side, and I'm gonna get a little table and a nice little chair instead of my work desk chair. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. I also have decided this is going to be an accent wall, and there's gonna be a shelf. Oh, maybe Matilda will live on the shelf. Yeah, because yeah, I think Matilda will live on the shelf, and then that'll leave the side table open. But I'm gonna do an accent like those panels, those length wall panels back there. and then a shelf across the top up there. I'm very excited about it. Can you tell? I can already see it in my mind. Um, type celebration menu, tier one. And then I can list them out. Oh, so tier one was hikes. Oh, this pen is acting goofy right now. Celebration jar. Let me get the other pen. I got a couple over here. I hate when my favorite pen starts acting crazy. Let me see. Um, what was the other one? Marissa had massage on tier two. Massage is gonna be on self-care for me, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it on the list for an example. Let me see. There was another one. Hikes. Oh, creative rest. And see, creative rest should be that's a self-care activity too. Like you're gonna be doing, and here's the thing. The reason why I said tears is because there are going to be things, maybe, maybe the difference between self-care and the celebration menu is that you do a home massage at home and that's self-care because you that allows you to do it on a regular basis. And if you're really bougie, maybe you still pay. It's self care for you to pay for a massage on a monthly basis, but that's where it becomes a personal choice. So for me, the massage is probably always going to be on the self care. But if I wanted to take it up another notch, maybe going to the spa would be on the celebration side because I wouldn't do that as often. Maybe. But I'm giving this as an example to like help talk through what you could choose the differentiation to be, which is another thing about like with Jaye. I give you a blueprint of things like this, and then you decide where the lines are. Because there's no one size fits all. It's not going to be the same for all of us. And you get to decide where things go and what feels right for you. Okay. So I love that we're creating a list and then you can like move it around how you feel, how it feels good for you. Okay. Megan said, I've only gotten a massage once, but I liked it. I want to get to where I can get those more often. Right. Because we want massages to be something that are taking care of our body. Massages really are about taking your care of your body, right? That Yeah, just one of the suggestions. Michelle said, "Great idea, Marissa. This is a hard one for me. I'll have to take time to think about it." It really is. That's why I was like, "Oh, I think this will be a great conversation." We should go ahead and bring this to the conversation here. We should have a whole conversation about it. Cuz like right now, I think a lot of the things that I think about on my mid tier, I'm not gonna lie, it's all foodie stuff. It's all like treat myself to a new cafe, um, treat myself to like buying some dessert thing that I don't usually do. Whereas my rest and fun activities like going dancing, that's not a treat. That's a self-care for me. That's something that's on my self-care circle. Um, let me see what else is self-care on my circle. Uh, or what else would I try to put on my celebration list? Oh, there was another one. Let me think. What was it? Because I asked it. So like here's an example. I asked ChatGPT what would it suggest. It says here are categories and examples that would land her, that would land. And they didn't all land for me. So I'm gonna share them out loud, and then you can kind of decide where you want them to go. So some sensory indulgences, decadence without guilt. Okay. Booking a solo luxury staycation. I think that could be an interesting mid-tier one, because I would usually like to go somewhere, but that could be a really nice overnight or over the weekend. That could be a really nice one. Um, Buying herself fresh flowers every Friday. Or I like that, but like buy myself flowers on a weekly basis. I think of that as self-care because I love flowers. Um, so yeah, this is a really, really great topic. You can have it in a lot of different ways. Um, it could go either way. Another one says getting dressed up to go nowhere, but just she looks good and feels good. I want to do that as self-care. Again, to me that's not on a celebration menu. Ordering dessert first, literally. Okay, I might put that on the celebration menu. I can see that on a celebration at least for me. So you decide which way you want to go. Upgrading small things, small daily things. Okay, so I like that idea. Taking something that you do on a self-care regular basis, but upgrading it a bit. So maybe like upgrading your pillowcases, getting a new set of satin pillowcases. Yeah, you use them all the time, but you wanted to go get these special ones that were a little bougie and you did it, you know what I mean? Or drinking a fancy cup of tea. I almost actually that is one of the things that I did do as a celebration. I have been looking for so I really like the sister tea, the rooibos one. And I probably could have just ordered it, but I was impatient. I wanted the tea that day. So I went to a bougie grocery store and I found me some vanilla rooibos tea. But I could have just ordered I could have ordered my tea as a celebration. Um another like mid-tier one could be candles that cost too much but feel a $50 candle. You're probably not gonna buy that on a weekly basis, but, like, for a treat for yourself, you're like, Imma spend $50 on this candle." Why? Because it feels like a treat. It's not necessarily and it's kinda like, what are those things that you like, but you wouldn't buy on a regular basis? Those are the things that you would do as a mid-tier celebration. Does that make sense? I guess that's and this is me like thinking out loud. So if you got another suggestion, let me know. Like how are you thinking about how you separate the three, you know? Another one is booking a spontaneous day trip or solo date. I like to do that on that's self-care for me. But it gives some examples. Museum, botanical garden, beach. To me, those are rest activities. Um, Driving with no destination, playlist up, windows down. Again, that's a self-care activity for me. Saying yes to a creative class that you've been eyeing, like pottery, perfume blending, or dance. I think that that could be depending on like is it something that you wouldn't necessarily do on a regular basis? Then again, it feels more like a treat. Like you want something that actually feels like a treat. The point is it feels like a treat, not just doing the same things that you always do. Um Taking a day off without announcing it. I'm out of the office. No, I'm not sick. I think that's a good celebration, you know? Trying something new just because, not because it's productive, you know? Elevated intimacy. So, and this is separated by this one is actually one that it's suggested for connectors. So, Megan, you might like this. It says hosting a private dinner with friends, candlelight, affirmations, storytelling, and laughter. I love that. I almost want to do like, it would be good if I had a group here in Atlanta that once a month we came together for something like this and we just all celebrate our wins at that time. Like that would be something. It's a routine, but it's also a little bit higher level, you know what I mean? Um Yeah, another one is sending herself a love letter in the mail, like literally mailing it to yourself, which is kind of cool. Never tried that. I actually think that's a really interesting one. And one that you I mean, for the exception of the stamp, you don't have to pay for. Um Celebrating a win with a friend who sees you, not just congratulates you, like totally understands how deeply that matters to you. Sharing your wins publicly, not to brag, but to normalize joy for other women. Yes, and amen to that. But again, that's something that is something that I want us to do regularly. Like that's tier one. And see how some of these are tier one on the menu versus tier two. That's the other thing. Planning a gratitude night in with good food, candles, and a journal. A gratitude night on a regular basis. I hope that's what Freedom Friday is. Like that's what I want. That's what I want happy hour to be. Which reminds me, gosh, I have two things I need to talk about. I need to talk about sticker and time. Okay, I need to write that down. Okay. And time. Let me see. What was the next one? Buying a piece of jewelry that marks a milestone. I actually really love that. Like, if you get a charm bracelet and you add another charm for that milestone, I actually would love that. I love things like that. Like, I have a denim jacket that has the different patches from the different countries I've been to, on the jacket. So I like things like that. Okay, I'm looking out the other window. Let me go back to the chat and see what you guys are saying because I don't wanna miss anything. Um, let me see. Great idea. Marissa said, maybe the intentionality is what makes it celebration. It does. I agree with that. I think the intentionality is so important. Like the intention behind it is like if the intention is that you're getting a massage to celebrate, that is so important. Even though the only reason I challenge that is because remember, I said to myself, "Oh, I'm going to go try that new coffee shop that I've been thinking about. I'll just take my computer to work." My intention was to celebrate, and I quickly let it overlap with work. So I'm just saying that to say, I know that I forget, and I have to be like super clear with my intention with that too. So I just say that as a caution. Not that you're going to do that. I'm saying that more as a conscious, a caution to myself, because going to the cafe wasn't the problem. The problem was that I wanted to go work while I was going to celebrate. I'm sorry. No, ma'am. And I was so glad that my friend called it out. Michelle said, "Ha, I just left Walgreens and had a dollar rewards part. Calling this money in. It works, y'all. Yes, girl. It does work. It does work." And Denise's book, when you get to the 5 steps of how you're calling in and manifesting it, it makes a difference. It like simplifies it and it absolutely works. Come on, every time. Marissa said, I used to love the milestone charms when I was in Weight Watchers back in the day. Hey, I didn't know they had Weight Watchers charms. That's so cute. But yeah, you want something that reminds you, you know? I almost, ooh, I was thinking too, like, I love the necklaces that kind of come down between your girls and like make you want to look at them a little bit more. I was thinking about some charms like that. You know, I don't have big girls, but I was like, oh, maybe that I might like that. Feel a little sexy. Meg said, "Woo, Michelle, right? Come on, girl, manifest that money, boo. We accept abundance in all forms. Yes and amen. Yes, we do." Okay, let me tell y'all what other ones it had. Booking a professional. Okay, so this one is it talks about the ruler and softness. So the ruler is the boss lady. So some of these might be ones that if you're not a ruler archetype, you might not be attracted to these, and that's okay. Booking a professional photo shoot to capture her glow. And so this is it's kind of fun because it's like I actually think I might put that on like a big win as like I finished something big and I want to do a photo shoot afterwards. I think I would do that. Like my tiny house, we're doing a whole photo shoot when I get my tiny house. A whole photo shoot, a whole videography. It's gonna be like I was in a wedding. That's how this that celebration's gonna be. Trust and believe, okay? um doing a no work day in the midweek and sticking to it. Yes, that's another one. Even though, again, to me, that's a tier one. I want to do that on a regular basis. Dancing in her living room in her lingerie to Beyonce or Solange. I wish that y'all could see that this is what ChatGPT suggested. So, this is why I think it's really great to use different prompts with ChatGPT. Tell it you could also use different models. Like I like to use the black chat model, and it sounds the the way it talks back, and it gives a different vibe. So let me see. The next one was taking herself to brunch on a random Tuesday. Just today, I was like, oh, I just decided at the last minute I'm gonna take myself to brunch, and I have a budget set aside to do this, so I can do this. I can enjoy it. I saved it just for this, you know. Buying herself something nice without checking the sale section first. Without checking the sale section first. You know, so treating it, it should feel like a treat. And you're right, Marissa, in that a treat is about having an intention to do something special for yourself. So, figuring out what is going to feel special for you on all three levels. When it's a like a regular day special, when it's a little bit bigger than a regular day, and when it's a big win special. And then creating those tiers around that and writing out some activities so that when you're like, oh, I want to do something, if it doesn't like immediately come to your mind of something you want to do, that you have a list to go back to look through as a reference so that you don't just end up not doing anything, cuz I'm that person. I would do that. Okay. So, I hope that that was helpful. I just thought it was definitely something that I thought through this week, and it was helpful for me. Like I said, I still need to make my list, but I have a good idea of how I'm going to do it now that we've been talking through it. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, I have two other topics, two other housekeeping things that I want to talk through. Y'all, so I'm switching gears. Yeah, I started working on, remember last week I was like, I need to figure out a different way to do the giveaway because I don't like the online one that I found. Let me tell you, I did not find any other ones that I like. They're all trash. They're really trash. And I don't mind paying for one, but I couldn't find one that even the way that it was doing it was that anytime that it was like a giveaway, it was trying to collect leads. And I didn't want this to be about collecting leads. And if I was going to do it that way, I felt like there was a better way to do it. So here's where I'm at. I don't either. We might not, I might just, I haven't decided. Can you tell? Maybe I won't do the giveaway. Maybe we'll just do stick it as it is and I won't do the giveaway because the point is that we're positively reinforcing that that we're rewarding ourselves for prioritizing ourselves. And I do want to add some icing on the cake of that. I just haven't figured out how to do it. So I don't know if the giveaway is the right way to do it. And I might just have to be creative and I might have to have a conversation with ChatGPT about it for some other ideas. The other way that I thought about doing it is um, setting up a form where you can go and claim your sticker whenever you want. And then that means you don't have to wait till a Friday. You can claim up to one sticker a day, and it would put it into a spreadsheet for me. And so if I do it that way, it would be you would have to put your email in because that's the best way that I can organize it. And if I do that, that wouldn't add you to my email list. It would only add you to the reminders for Freedom Fridays. So you wouldn't get any of my newsletter or my other content. It would just be On Fridays, it's a reminder that says, "Hey, here's a topic for Freedom Friday today. Make sure you claim your sticker. Here's the link." Um, and then do it that way. If I do it that way, I tried to do this randomizer thing with Google Sheets, but I didn't feel like it was really working. And so I'm still trying to figure out if that would work. But that's another way. So I'm curious to hear how you feel about that as another option. Um, yeah. I guess I'm just curious, how do you feel about the giveaway? Because I still want to do the sticker regardless. So maybe it's just a matter of we just keep doing the sticker and we just take the giveaway off and we don't change anything about claiming the sticker. And that you still claim them every week. But either way, I actually really want to do the giveaway. I just need to find another way to do it. And I don't have a way to do it that feels good in my spirit and in my body right now. Right now, the resources that I'm finding feel cheesy and don't really work. And I want a better quality for that. So, if you have any thoughts, I would love to know. That being said, we're still going to claim stickers for today. So if you have prioritized rest and fun, if you have made time for yourself at all this week, whether it was 30 minutes, 30 seconds, 30 hours, I want you to claim a sticker. Go ahead and do hashtag STICKA in the chat. Okay. I'll put it on the screen so I can remind you what it is. Sticker, claim your sticker in the chat. Okay. Marissa said, I feel okay without the giveaway. Okay, that's good to know. So I don't want anybody to feel like I'm taking away the opportunity. I just want it to feel good. I want it to feel like a celebration. The other thing, the original creator that I got this idea from, what she would do, and it's the other reason why I found this box today, is she would literally take every name and she would write them down. And for every entry, she would write them down and put them in a box. And then on giveaway day, she would shake it up and she would um pull out a name. And at first, earlier today, when I was like thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that's just what I'm gonna do. And then when it came down for me to time for me to start writing down the names, I said, oh no, that's not my vibe. I said, I don't want to sit here with a post-it and write 90 names. Like, I don't want to do that. I need to find another way. Because I needed to feel good in my spirit just as much as I wanted to feel good for you guys too. So I'm still figuring it out. I will say this. If the giveaway goes away and comes back, I will take from the last time we did a giveaway all the way up, like all the sticker entries, and they will all get put into the thing once I figure it out. No matter what, that's how I'll do it. If it continues to happen. Um, so yeah. If you have any creative ways to do that, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. Yes, Megan said, sticker. I'm claiming my sticker. Regardless of what else is happening, I'm claiming my sticker. Regardless of that giveaway, I'm claiming my sticker. I got you, boo. Let me go ahead and share my screen so I can give you your sticker. Um, Let me see. Where is that button? Okay. Okay, cool. So the sticker for today is snow. There is precipitation today in Atlanta. It's just raining and not snowing. So Megan's got her sticker. If you're claiming a sticker, now here's the thing. If you are joining on the replay, you can still claim your sticker. Just go ahead and put it in the chat, comment ST hashtag STICKA, and I will add you to the spreadsheet. Easy as pie. You can still claim your sticker. There's absolutely nothing keeping you from claiming it. I would love to give you a sticker because I love that you are taking time to prioritize rest and fun for yourself. And I want to remind you that that's a good thing. And this is how I do that. So I would love, 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 love for you to claim a sticker. I was thinking if I did it with the form, that it would send you back an email that says, "Here's your sticker today," and that it would change every time. And I was like, "Oh, that would be so cool." And then like I wanted to I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll do where you could download a sheet that it's like your sticker sheet, and you can every time you get a new sticker from me, you can copy and paste that onto your sticker sheet, and you could claim you could start like collecting your stickers. Like I really got excited about that idea. I really got excited about that. I don't know how to make the tech work for that yet, but I have some ideas. Like I actually think I could make that one work. I still don't know how to the tech for the giveaway would connect with that, but I really got excited about having your sticker sheet and you can add all your stickers to it. And then like every year or every quarter, we could look at everybody can kind of show here's what my sticker sheet looks like. I thought that would be a lot of fun. So, okay, Marissa said, have Canva have Canva gives digital did I know that Canva gives digital certificates? Um, would you ever be open to doing that when someone gets to like 50 or 100 stickers? We're on the same page. Oh, I love that. I love that idea. Then instead of a giveaway, we can applaud each other like a graduation. I love that idea, Marissa. I love it. I love it. You ain't got the time. I ain't got the time to write them all down, to put it on the box. You right, Michelle. I ain't trying to do that. Um, you ain't got the time for all of that. Being here feels good enough for me. Okay, that's good to know. Michelle said, I'm claiming my sticker, but please keep that snow there. I know that's right, girl. Keep that snow up in Detroit. Because I don't want no snow. I know that's right. Let me find you. Um, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I know I got you on here. Here you are. Here you are. I gotta change it. I still have she grows in Greenville. Um Michelle Luster. Yes. I love it. Okay, let me see. Michelle says, great idea, Marissa. I love the celebration. Yeah, I really like that too. I really, really like that one too, where you could get a certificate. I'm into that. I'm really, really, really into that. Megan said it's raining where I am too. Plus, it's warmer, 40 plus degrees, so the snow is gone for now. Listen, we receiving all our blessings. It's been 70 degrees down here, and I've been enjoying every bit of it. This is what I've been wearing outside, a nice little jacket. So yes, and amen to that. Even though tonight when I go out, I'm gonna have to put on my rain boots because it's definitely raining. Marissa said, glad you understood what I was trying to say, Michelle. Yes, yes, we got it. Nobody's worried about the typos. There's so much space and freedom here. So yes, okay, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll switch it up. Okay, so then tell me, do you like the idea of doing the submission form, or do you just like it where we claim it like we're doing right now? I can do either way. I like how we do it right now, and I also know that if you want to do a submission, if you want the Freedom Friday reminders, which that is an option where you would only get emails to remind you or to tell you, here's the link and the topic for today's Freedom Fridays. And you would also, that regardless, I'm setting that up anyway. So anybody that's on my list is already going to get those. And so I'm going to start differentiating it going forward. Some beautiful things that I've been doing on my website. Um, and then if you want extra information or you want to know anything about the other programs, there will be a footer that you can get more, but I'm going to keep it to that so that you can choose what level of emails you get. Um so the question was, do you like submitting for your sticker when we're together on Freedom Fridays, or would you rather it be a form where it's like, oh, I can claim my stick at any time of the week. I don't have to remember to do it today, or I can claim it whenever I do it instead of trying to wait till Friday and then remember did I do it or not, or was that this week or last week or the week before? I whichever. Okay. Um yes. So let me know your thoughts about that. Okay. So that was the first thing I wanted to talk about, or the first housekeeping thing that I want to talk about. Michelle said, I like the Freedom Fridays reminder because I'd be forgetting sometimes. Okay, good. I'll make sure that I get you. I will get that set up this week. I started working on it, and then I was like, you see, I'm processing through. I'm clearing. I'm simplifying some things and I'm cleaning some things up. So I will make sure I set that up soon so that you can get that. Um, Marissa said, I like how you do it now. The group accountability helps me, but I'm good with whatever you decide. Okay, so I think I like that too. What we'll do is we'll keep it where we do it live here on Freedom Fridays. And then if you want to sign up for the weekly reminders, I'll make that separate and I will put that in the description. And if you ever want to get on that list, you can get on it. And you just know that if you get on that list, it's not going to give you everything. It's just going to remind you on Friday at noon. It's going to send you an email that says, here's the topic for today. Here's the link, because I'll have the link set up by then. And then you can come on to YouTube and turn on the notification if you want. But no matter what, it'll have the link so that when we start, you just click on the link in the email and it'll take you directly to this live stream on YouTube. So that's the way I think we're gonna do. That's what the Freedom Fridays are gonna be, and then or that's what the reminders are gonna be, and then inside on like when we talk as usual, you'll be able to claim your sticker right here. And we'll continue doing it the way we've been doing it, where you get it in the comment. If you watch it on the replay, you can get it in the comment. Okay. Okay. So that was number one. Number two, here is a ripple effect of my new job. The hours, I'm not able to do availability where I'm always available on Fridays anymore. So that means that I need to change the time. We can still do it on Fridays. I just need to change the time. So instead of doing Freedom Fridays at 4, which is pretty much happy hour time, I'm thinking we're going to move it back. Now, here's the thing. Don't kill me. I want to know how you feel about this time. I think the new time is going to be 7:30. Ooh, it feels late, but I get off of work at 6:30. I really wanted to do it at 7. I'm hoping that over the next week, I will be able to what I'll do is um I'm probably going to find a co-working space that's near my job, and I will go post up there and we'll do Freedom Fridays together. Um I just don't know if a half an hour is going to be enough time to get from work into the co-working space for us to get it set up. And then is it still actually happy hour? Probably not. Maybe it's Freedom Fridays late night. I don't know. maybe I'll just keep the name exactly as it is. But all of that to say, I'm gonna have to tweak the time because I'm gonna be at work between 4 to 6 now. So this is abruptly the last week that it'll be at 4. And then I'm thinking next week it's going to be at 7:30 so that that's enough chance for me to get a little snack um between work and starting the live stream, and then we'll get on and we'll do like we would usually do. So, how do you feel about that time? The only other way is if I didn't do it live, or if I did it like a premiere, and I don't like any of those. I want to be able to keep it live. The other thing that I could do is if we still wanted to do it, but we wanted it to be at a different time, the next best time would be Sunday morning at like 9. And that would be like pajama party. I'm still leaning towards Friday. So I would love to hear your thoughts. Um, that's the only if I was thinking about it, I probably should have negotiated that. But then that would have meant that one of my days that I would always have a split weekend, which would suck. So let me know. But I think it's going to be at 7:30 going forward. That's what my plan is going to be. So with that in mind, I'm going to give you a chance to think about that. While we're doing that, Michelle said, I enjoy Fridays better, but you do what's best for you. I enjoy Fridays too. I like the whole vibe of Freedom Fridays. I like the name of it. Um, Megan said, I personally don't mind the time change since I'm off on Saturdays. No to Sundays for me because I wouldn't be able to come work Sunday mornings. Right. I feel like Friday evenings are going to be it. I think Friday evenings are still going to be it. And it's just going to be a little bit later. And I think that, yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I like Fridays too, you guys. And we've been doing it so long. It would feel so weird to not do it on a Friday. So that's another adjustment. And thank you for ebbing and flowing with me. Um, so yeah, next week it'll be at 7:30. Still Freedom Fridays. Not sure if we'll call it happy hour. It might be late night. If you have any ideas about that, or if you're like just keep it happy hour, then that's fine too. Tell me that too. While you're thinking about that, let's get ready to start winding down from the week for the weekend because I didn't already went over time. Um, so, every week we do 3 different tasks or 3 different steps to wind down for the weekend. Step number 1 is to take a look at your devices, look at your phone, look at your iPad, look at your tablet, your computer, and see how many windows do you have open and how many windows can you close, because this is a step of decluttering, emotionally decluttering, electronically decluttering. And as we do that every week, we're making space to receive everything that is trying to get in, but it doesn't have anywhere to sit. We got to make space for it in our mind, in our heart, in our devices, and all of these things. But taking the physical action of decluttering on our devices is like it's a routine of allowing ourselves to cleanse these things. So cleansing the extra tabs on your devices, and then also another one that's so good is decluttering your email list. Two of our favorite ways to do that. So take some time, look at your devices, see how many emails. I need to sit down and like really spend some time. I I really want to bring I do want to bring back the co-working that's going to be inside of Jaya with Rashidat. And I think that might be a lunchtime thing. So like when I take my lunch break at work, that we'll do an hour long co-planning thing, and that's going to be inside of Jaya. So I'm missing that because when we did the co-planning time, the co-working time together where we did it together, I did these tasks then, and I haven't been I had the I'm with Marissa that the group accountability, which is why I did it that way, is so helpful in helping us to stay on track for that. So, um, yeah, I think that I'm definitely gonna that's coming back inside of Jaya with Rashidat. So, I am excited to make some time for that, and then we'll have this later in the day. So that'll be on Fridays during lunch hour, and then the other way. So, um, Megan says, still calling it happy hour seems fun because it's like a highlight of my week. I love it. So then we'll leave a happy hour. We'll just change the time. I'm overthinking all of the rest of the things. Thank you for grounding me and bringing me back, getting me out of like thinking all the things. Like we could keep it simple. It's still going to be Freedom Fridays happy hour. It'll just now be at 7:30 instead of 4. Okay? Perfect. Yes and amen. Okay, so hopefully while I was talking, I hope you took some time to declutter. I got some windows to close today, but you know what window I'm not going to yet close? I'm not going to close the cookie window yet. Cuz your girl's going to order some cookies, okay? That is going to be a win, okay? So yes, that's going to be one of my celebrations. So I'm ordering the cookies. The next step for winding down for the weekend is deciding what fun meal you're going to eat. Now let me tell you, I ate literally an hour before we got on this call. I had ramen and it was absolutely delicious. Why my stomach have the nerve to be talking to me right now like you need to eat? Go eat. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. I'm like, ugh. So I'm gonna have to go eat. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna eat today. But oh, y'all, have y'all tried that new ramen that's Momo food? I do this every week. I did ask you about this. I love that ramen. I think I might make some of that. You know what else I've been having this week? I've been having rice and bean burritos with salsa, like a pico de gallo. No, yeah, pico de gallo salsa. It's been so good. And it's like nice and warm. I might have that. So those are a couple, or I might make a protein drink too, because I got some dragon fruit. A dragon fruit protein drink would be really good too. I might have both of those. So let me know what fun meal you're going to be doing for this weekend. I would love to hear. Okay. Michelle said, I agree with Meg. Like, just leave it happy hour. I'm with you. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all ground me. I appreciate it. Thank you. I was worried. I was worried, but I'm glad that y'all are like, girl, you doing too much. Just chill out. Okay, I got it. I got it. I love it. Michelle said, leave that cookie window open. Yes, girl. Leave that cookie window open because I need to go order some of them cookies. Yes. That's why I love a good email because it comes right on time. The ones that I don't need, I unsubscribe from. It's okay. But the ones like the cookie email, y'all can keep emailing me because one of these days I'm gonna be ready and I'm gonna want the link right then and there. Okay. Megan said, I close 10 tabs a day. I'll bookmark the cookie website. Oh, come on, Meg. Meg said, listen, I'm not buying the cookie today, so I don't need to have the window open. But you know what? I will bookmark it. Come on, Meg. She said, listen, I'm using the tools that I learned. Yes and amen, Meg. I'm into it. Meg said, I'm making quesadillas and finishing watching Black Lightning. You know what? I forgot about Black Lightning. I said I was going to. Oh, where's Tracy at? I did watch the first of the movies that she told me to watch, and I enjoyed it. It's time. I need to watch the second one. So, yes, I got to remember to put Black Lightning on my list, and I'm going to watch the second of that movies. And that's good because Black Lightning has quite a few seasons, so I'll have something to watch for a while. I hate when I finish like a series because I'm like, crap, now what am I gonna watch? I literally watch the same thing every day until I finish it. It's just simple. Is that weird? It might be. It's okay. um Marissa said, it's happy hour where I live. I like it. Okay. I love it. She said, It's happy hour somewhere, even if it's not on the East Coast. So just leave it happy hour. Yes, I love that justification. Yes and amen. I love it. I'm making quesadillas. I love it. Quesadillas sound good too. Listen, can you tell I'm hungry? I've evidently been hungry the whole time. So listen. Meg said um it's on you're on season 4. There's 4 seasons and there's 13 to 16 episodes each season. Good. See, that means if I watch 1 or 2 episodes a day, which is usually that's all I usually have time for, then that'll last me. Oh wow, that'll last me a couple weeks. I love that. Okay, good. Good, good, good. That's why I was able to watch it so fast. I get it. I get it. I'm into it. I'm into it. Until I get my schedule together. I only have time. It's usually like my wind down. So like if I go, like when I come home from work, if I get home, because it's gonna be a long drive. It's on the other side of town. So it's going to be about an hour and a half drive each way for me for now. And that's okay. Um so I'm listening to my podcast or books while I'm doing that. And then when I get home, I'll watch my 1 or 2 episodes of Black Lightning to wind myself down and then knock out for the week, for the night. And then my plan is, because I have to drive so far, in order to avoid traffic. And I also believe in giving my business and myself my best time. So we don't start working till 9:30. I'll get up earlier, spend time working on my business, and then go to work. So my plan is I'm going to roll out of bed, jump in the car at like 5:36, drive across town, get across town at about 7, go to the gym, walk and work while I'm at the gym for about an hour and 15 minutes. And then shower at the gym, get dressed for work, and then get to work so that I can avoid the traffic and it'll still give me some time to work on my business, which I'm excited to really make content around how to do that as well. Because the reality is the 9 to 5 is my side hustle. My business is my main thing. And so I want to make sure I'm making time for that. And so that's the other good thing about simplifying, because it's making me figure out how I'm going to do this. And also, like when I start looking for a VA or a online business manager, a OBM, that I know how I do what I do, my process, and it can be simple and they can take some of that work for me as well. So, can you see? It's like if you could see inside of my mind, it's like a whole map. And to see that one little piece fall into place means it's like it's like the main piece of this whole section of the puzzle is now complete, and now it's ready for the rest of the puzzle to start filling in the rest of the pieces. Like that's what's happening in my ethos right now, which is flipping amazing. So, yes. Okay, Marissa said, my son and I are going to try an experiment with honoring a Sabbath tomorrow and doing absolutely nothing. I'm excited. Ooh, please tell us. Ooh, maybe we should make that the topic for next week. What does it look like to truly Sabbath? I think that's going to be a great topic. What does it look like? I think that'll be a good conversation. I don't have the answer, just so you know. So I would love to hear like what you I know what I try to do and I don't know if it's enough. So I would love to hear like what your experience is, Marissa, and I would love to compare notes, because I think that's the other beautiful thing about learning in community, which is why even though Jaya with Rashidat is a course, it also has a lifetime access to a community as well. Because I think when you hear how other people are doing the same activities that you're doing and their perspective on it, because there's 16 different types of personalities, we come at it from different ways, we can pick up different amazing things from each other. And so I would love to hear about how that what that what you guys end up doing, like how that ends up looking for you. What does it look like to truly Sabbath? I also I'm gonna try, or maybe I'll do it. I might talk with ChatGPT. I would love to understand how Jews do Sabbath. Like, does that mean no TV and you just have to hang out with family? Um, like what does it mean? I want to know what they do as well. I think that'd be so good. Okay, so I think that's gonna be next week's topic. I think that'll be good conversation. Okay. Michelle said, not sabbatical. That's different from a Sabbath. Right. No. Right. The sabbatical is a longer time, but the Sabbath is like every week, which honestly, we need time for both. That's why, remember, I told you I set it my year in trimesters so that every 4 months I have a month of rest, or every 3 months I have a month of rest. So April is the first month. And this is the reason I wanted to do that, is because I always try to take December as my month of rest. And it is in some ways, but I feel like I could do better at it. But because I don't do it enough, I I need practice at pushing it. And so I need to do it more often so that it feels normal to take December really as a month of rest. If you do 11 months of like full on work and then just December as a month of rest, I'm not going to lie, I don't feel like I do it well. I feel like I could do it better. And I want to figure out what that looks like. So, yeah. Um Michelle said, it'll be beautiful, Marissa. I do think it'll be beautiful. I'm so excited to hear like what comes out of it. And look, talking about triggering, trying to take a Sabbath or trying to take a sabbatical, both of them, they trigger me because it makes me have to really challenge my mind about what does it actually mean to take a Sabbath, to take a sabbatical, you know? Oh, I can't wait to hear about it. Marissa said, I got the idea from a book. I can share the book if you're curious. We always want to know the book, girl. Always share the book. Share the book. Share the book. Yes. I'm gonna be creating a list of resources where I share resources all throughout my course of where I've learned some of these things and how I've adapted them to make them something that I can live and breathe as a lifestyle for me. So yes, share the book. Um Marissa says sabbatical is a wonderful goal though. I'm calling that in. Come on. Yes. And when you learn how to like practice your Sabbath, that will give you so much inspiration into your sabbatical. So I love that. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Okay. So we talked about how many windows we're closing down. We talked about our fun meal for this week. What's your fun activity for this week? And I should start saying that. It's not just the fun activity for the weekend. Sometimes it's activity that happens during the week, but something that's happening between today and next Friday is what I'm referring to. Um, I have not chosen mine. I mean, my fun activity, oh, this is nerdy. I might have to ask ChatGPT, is this actually a fun activity, but it is fun for me. I am going to go shopping for a gym and for a co-working space. Probably for, every day next week. So that hopefully by the end of the week, I will have figured out what gym I want to join. And if I don't do a co-working space, maybe it's a cafe. Like maybe I could find a Starbucks or somewhere that stays open long enough for us to do our happy hour in the evening. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. I think that'll be a lot of fun next week. That'll be what I'll do. So, what do you have as your fun activity for next week? Let me know that in the chat. Marissa said the book is called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. Ooh, book. The Ruthless Elimination. I'm gonna have to read that. Eliminate. Ooh, I might be able to see. This is why I'm excited about the long drive, because I should be able to find that on an audio book and then I can listen to it while I drive back and forth to work. The ruthless elimination of hurry. I love it. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I can't wait to go read it. I'm definitely going to read that. That sounds amazing. Amazing. Okay, ladies, am I still no, I'm not still sharing that. Am I? I am. Let me stop sharing. I forget when I do that. Um, Marissa, you meddling now. That book. I love it. I love it. She said, "What you got us all into?" I didn't realize I had. Lord, that's okay. We good. It's off now. Now you can see me again. She said, "You meddling now. I'm into it. All up in some business. Hey." But when we get it all in each other's business, that's how we grow, rest together, which is so important. And I think it's so important to do together. That's why I love this and the community that'll be inside of the group, inside of the course. So I have to stop saying that group. It's not I guess it is a group, but I don't know. That being said, y'all, my stomach is officially telling me it's time to go eat. It's time to move. It's time to finish up. So thank you so much. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's about time we wound down. I hope that if you guys are joining me on the replay, that you take a second to say hello in the chat. I hope, or in the comments, I hope that you take some time to claim your sticker. Thank you for everybody that's taken a second to like this video. That helps YouTube know to go share it with others, and I appreciate that. Um, yes, and then I just thank you for being you. You all are such a light. I love having this time with you. I'm excited that we will continue it. Gosh, this is going to be probably one of my longest standing things that I will ever do, and I'm super excited and so honored that you take time to come and hang out with me. Yeah. Marissa said, "I really enjoyed you ladies. Thank you. Happy weekend." Yes. And ditto. Absolutely. So with that being said, let me go ahead and start sharing our wind down, and then yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Where is it at? Here we go. Man, this stuffy nose thing is driving me crazy. Have benefits of getting an HRT soon. What? I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Makes me excited. Let me see what's in that. Oh, hey, Tracy. We're glad you came in. Oh, just so you know, Tracy, I got the job. Yay! And because of that, Freedom Fridays is going to be 7:30 going forward. So, yay, you'll be right on time. You right on time this week too. Absolutely right on time. I'm just picking. Megan said, "Have a great weekend." Yes, hey Tracy. I was connecting with some past coworkers. Of course. That's so lovely. I'm jealous that they got to hang out in person. That's all good. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, thank you for celebrating me. Take a second and go back and watch the replay. It was a good conversation today. Send me a DM if you have any thoughts about any of the topics, okay? All right, y'all. I love you much. Have a great weekend.